Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. This is Gene. I'm going to play 5 or 6 songs for you. You better come on in my kitchen because it's going to be raining outside. I apologise for the very harsh spotlights in this room. I have an app on my phone through which I'm supposed to be able to control the brightness, which I've never bothered to work out how to use, so apologies for the glare. Okay, I don't know how many of you, if any, have tuned in or will tune in, but it's coming up to 8 o'clock now, so I shall get going very shortly. This first one I'm going to play is called Bear Your Word Like Mary, and it's on the Love and Truth album, which you can find on my YouTube channel. There's a pinned link at the top of my Facebook page to said album. Please do check it out if you haven't already, and you have the time and inclination. And if you have checked it out already, you can always check it out again. You know, it's an option. Okay, this is Bear Your Word Like Mary. Curse me not like the barren tree, though I have fallen far below. Don't turn your face from me, for my days they pass like smoke, ephemeral sweet. I know your voice once spoke, your flock I'll feed. The flower of the rose, the flower of the rose, I'll bear your word like Mary. The flower of the rose, for a rose bears many thorns, and that's how it's been for me. Through life's brambles have I scrambled, been punctured easily. Only in your cross I boast, or else I am no more than a beast. For in your grace I must be most, though I am least. The flower of the rose, the flower of the rose, I'll bear your word like Mary. The flower of the rose, let your spirit be my load. The road is arduous and long, but you've placed within my heart a joyful song. The flower of the rose, the flower of the rose, I'll bear your word like Mary. The flower of the rose, the flower of the rose, the flower of the rose, I'll bear your word like Mary. The flower of the rose. Thank you very much. Anybody that's a bit folky or who has some Irish blood will probably recognise the tune and arrangement of this next one. It's taken from a traditional Irish tune called Bonnie Portmore, which I think is absolutely beautiful, and I don't know why I don't hear it sung more than I do. So I kind of took the tune and arrangement and built some of my own words around it. And this is Lamb on the Throne. O Lamb on the throne, you through whom all things are, you of the lifeblood of all man, O heaven's bright star. In you will I bud, and in you will I bloom, though as grass I must wither, a wanderer to the tomb. O Lamb on the throne, God and man without flaw, you alone will I worship, you alone I adore. For your teachings and works leave no doubt in my mind. You're a friend to the poor and a light for mankind. All the birds of the forest, all the lilies of the vale, all are fed, all are nourished, so why should men's courage fail? With the freedom to stand firm, and the freedom to take flight, he alone will plead our case to the Father of light. O Lamb on the throne, God and man without flaw, you alone will I worship, you alone I adore. For your teachings and works leave no doubt in my mind. You're a friend to the poor and a light for mankind. O Lamb on the throne, you through whom all things are, you of the lifeblood of all man, O heaven's bright star. In you will I bud, and in you will I flower, ere you come back to judge the world in glory and power. Thank you very much. I can see a couple of people have commented, which is lovely. Thank you, Nick and Joy. Unfortunately, there's a dialogue box, something about you can add up to 3 guests to your broadcast, and it's obscuring my view of your comments, so I don't actually know what you've said. If it's complimentary, then much appreciated. If it's derogatory, then thank you for your feedback anyway. And thank you ever so much for tuning in, folks, as well. I'm going to do another one off the Love and Truth album. This is called Lowly as I Am. Lowly as I am, poor as I am, I have seen God's glory in the land of the living. Though the fighting is strong, and I am frequently wrong, still I am confident that I belong with the living. Though I haven't always known this, Some nights I've curled up tired and shamed, begged the Lord to send a flood, wash away my name. Though the evil one strikes in the cold of the night, I will bear Christ's witness through this life that I'm living. And though the sons of fire may pervert my desire, I will sing God's praises in the choir of the living. Don't repulse your servant in anger, though a man's rarely been so defiled. Never leave me, my Saviour, though such a man, I am still your child. Living water, my flask, just one thing would I ask, to live in God's house for all the days that I'm living. Lonely as I am, poor as I am, I have seen God's glory in the land of the living. Thanking you. Okay, I'm going to break up my gospel stuff a bit now and play a couple of songs that I haven't written. Yeah, I could just about make that. There's a very high note in this song that I sometimes crack, but I think, touch wood, my voice is in reasonable shape, so I'm going to attempt it in this key. Yeah, this is called Judas Was a Red-Headed Man. It's a very old traditional English folk song, believed to originate in some form or other as early as possibly the Anglo-Saxon era, when having red hair was associated, probably extremely unfairly, but associated with being in league with the devil, owing, I think, to the fact that the Vikings stereotypically had red hair, and they had a rather bad rap with the Saxons, what with the raping and pillaging and that. It's called Judas Was a Red-Headed Man. There were 12 bonfires burning in a field. Judas, Judas, there was one for Peter, there was one for John. Every disciple he had one. Judas, Judas, there was one for James who died by the sword, but the biggest and the best was for our dear Lord. Burn, burn, Judas, burn slow, bright, bright, bright for our dear Lord's sake. Burn slow for Judas. Judas was a red-headed man. There was one bonfire burning all alone. Judas, Judas, down in the marish it smoked away. It smoked all night and it smoked all day. Judas, Judas, 'twas a proper green smother for all to see, but the fire burned sweet on our dear Lord's tree. Burn, burn, Judas, burn slow, bright, bright, bright for our dear Lord's sake. Burn slow for Judas. Judas was a red-headed man. Burn, burn, Judas, burn slow, bright, bright, bright for our dear Lord's sake. burn slow for Judas. Judas was a red-headed man. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to rest my vocal cords a bit and sing something in a gentle baritone range after that. This one was written by Rudyard Kipling, or so I understand. It's called The Four Angels. Has a fairly obvious sort of biblical root, but it also speaks to what we're currently collectively doing to the planet, I think, as well. As Adam lay dreaming beneath the apple tree, the angel of the earth came down and offered earth and feed. But Adam didn't need it, nor the plough he wouldn't speed it, singing earth and water, air and fire. What more can mortal man desire? Apple trees and bud, as Adam lay dreaming beneath the apple tree, the angel of the water offered all the seas and feed. But Adam wouldn't take them, nor the ships he wouldn't make them, singing earth and water, air and fire. What more can mortal man desire? The apple trees and leaf, as Adam lay dreaming beneath the apple tree, the angel of the air came down and offered air and feed. But Adam didn't crave it, nor the flight he wouldn't brave it, singing earth and water, air and fire. What more can mortal man desire? The apple trees in bloom, as Adam lay dreaming beneath the apple tree, the angel of the fire rose up, not a word said he, but he wished a fire and made it, and in Adam's heart he laid it, whispering fire, fire, burning fire. Rise up and take your heart's desire. And the apple blossom sets, as Adam was a-working outside of Eden's wall. He used the water, he used the air, he used the earth and all. And out of black disaster he rose to be the master of earth and water, air and fire. But he never reached his heart's desire. The apple trees cut down. Four Angels. Thank you. Okay, so I'm probably going to finish with this last one. When I was a student, back when Jones's Ale was new, before the Civil War, or about, 20 or more years ago now, I sometimes used to lead worship for my sins. for the Lampeter Evangelical Christian Union. We used to do a lot of this kind of stuff. I could sing the same line forever. I could sing the same line forever. Yeah, so I kind of wrote this one inspired. And actually I jest, but inspired is the right word, because I mean, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. It got in your head. It got in your head. And the message was very, I think, succinct and sincere. Anyway, this is called When You Know There's a Creator. When you know there's a creator, everything falls into place. You've got to know sooner or later there's an end point to this race. There's a lot of time gone by and just a little more to come. Though this present world is passing, I'll give thanks for all he has done. For he made the earth and heavens, though the world was void of form. And he gave his word to teach us long before the Christ was born. And the word became incarnate, though the darkness failed to see. Though our sin had made us scarlet, through Christ from sin we're free. And he knew me long before I ever wore the mark of Cain. And though he himself was blameless, he took all my hurt and shame. I should have sang these songs forever. Given time I will again. I've got to give to Christ the glory, my Saviour and my friend. When you know there's a creator, you've a reason to be here. And when you know that there's a Saviour, you've got nothing left to fear. Though this present world is passing, and my earthly life will cease, when you know there's a Creator, in his presence you'll find peace. When you know there's a Creator, you've a reason to be here. When you know that there's a Saviour, you've got nothing left to fear. Though this present world is passing, and my earthly life will cease, when you know there's a Creator, in his presence you'll find peace. Thank you. I can see Di Sanders has tuned in. Hi, Di. I can't see if you've commented or not because that dialogue box is in the way, but if you have, thank you very much. Especially if it was derogatory, because we all need to be kept humble. I think I'm going to do one more and leave it there, so I'm not outstaying my welcome. I'll end on this one. It's another one that I didn't write. It's a song called Waterside, which I've been playing or singing in some shape or form for many years now, and it's a lovely song from Northern Ireland, I think. One morning fair I took the air down by Waterside. 'Twasn't gazing out all around me, the Irish lad I spied. All through the forepart of the night we lay in sport and play, till this young man arose and gathered his clothes, saying, fare thee well today. That's not the promise that you gave to me when first you lay on my breast. You could make me believe with your lying tongue that the sun rose in the west. So now go home to your father's garden. Go home and weep your fill, and think on your own misfortune you've wrought with your wanton will. One morning fair I took the air down by black Waterside. 'Twasn't gazing out all around me, the Irish lad I spied. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Please remember to check out Love and Truth on my YouTube channel. But far more importantly than that, if you haven't recently, check out the Bible. Salvation lies therein. Thank you very much.